Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to you guys right now. I don't know what happened, but for whatever reason, my microphone decided to pick up every single sound in my house throughout the entirety of this review for the first time ever. I don't know what happened, so if the sound quality bugs you guys, I'm really sorry. I'll make sure to check that much better next time, I assure you. What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. As you guys can see, today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai America, or Anime Heroes, whichever you want to call it, One Piece Luffy. This is him from the time skip, which is probably everyone's favorite look. So I'm pretty excited about this one, even though I do not collect these figures at all. I just figured I'd pick this one up, let you guys see what it's all about. So let's go ahead and take a look at that sexy packaging real quick, and then we'll go ahead and bust this guy out and see what he's all about. Now for the sexy packaging, it does say Bandai ages 4 and up there. It says warning, choking hazard, all that good stuff. You got One Piece right there, the window packaging where you can see the figure, some of the accessories. You've got Luffy right here, obviously the price that I paid for it. Anime Heroes, Monkey D. Luffy, Anime Heroes up there. One Piece down there. You've got something in kanji right here that I cannot read. Anime Heroes, One Piece. Also really love this blue and white. But of course on the back, you do have some of the other figures in the line. I really wanted to get my hands on Zoro. He doesn't look that good, but I feel like it would have been a fun review. Once again, One Piece up there, then all the legal stuff down there at the bottom, and the barcode if you're trying to get your hands on this. So yeah, let's bust this guy out. Now straight out of the packaging, I just gotta say, this thing, first off, is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now, you guys probably already know this, but if you don't, I'll go ahead and say it. I do not collect Anime Heroes or Bandai American figures. Normally, I'll just pick something up if I feel like it's a figure I really want and no one else is going to make it. But this one, I just picked up specifically for review purposes, just because I want to see what they do with this line. And this actually is not bad. For a $20 figure, now obviously it depends on what you're comparing it to. Don't compare it to Jazzwares or Marvel Legends, anything like that. This is their own thing, and for the most part, I feel like they pretty much nailed the design of Luffy. He's got that cartoonish-like face. I don't know why my focus isn't working. That cartoonish-like face, obviously. Then they did a really, really good job on the hair sculpt. I love that. That's probably the best part of it, in my opinion. But the paint on this is also really, really clean compared to some of the stuff I picked up from them in the past. I really love what they did with the hat. It's kind of basic. It could have used a little bit more sculpt work, but I mean, obviously, it's Luffy's hat, as you guys can see. It's hung around his neck, so you can't put it on his head. I'm sure they'll make a version where you can. But you've got the jacket here, which looks fine. Not a whole lot going on. Trying to see if it's removable. I think it is, but I'm not going to take it off. But the only issue I have is that there's nothing in here that's red. I really wish they could have done that, but since there's no butterfly joint, it was probably difficult for them to do, and maybe it was just out of the price range, but I'm fine with that. As you guys can see, you got the buttons here, all the sculpted muscles. You got the scar on his chest. I feel like that should have been a little bit darker, but I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. Paint apps are pretty good, and I mean, obviously it is there, as you guys can see. He's got the double jointed elbows. He's got the sleeves that come right past his elbows, sculpted very well. I love the sash that they got right here. That's pretty accurate. They've got the pants. These probably should have been a little bit darker, but they change outfits so much in One Piece. This could be seen as accurate. And then sometimes, I mean, it just depends on the artwork of the anime and the color palette that they choose to go with for specific episodes. He's got the lanky legs, the sandals. I think they did a really good job on this. Not gonna lie. I'm more impressed than I was expecting to be. And also the scar right there, Luffy's signature scar. Can't believe I forgot to mention that. But it is there. This, like, the more I look at this, the more I like this. This is not bad for a good 6-inch Luffy figure. This is not bad. But yeah, I could be on details all day. Let's go ahead and put him back, see how tall he stands so we can get into that articulation. Now, as far as the height goes on him, as you guys can see, to the top of his head, he's just shy of 6.5 inches. So he's pretty tall, but keep in mind, this is a domestic figure. This is not an import, meaning this guy's probably not going to fit in scale with characters like Goku, Deku, any of your SH Figuarts or Figmas. I can almost guarantee that. But of course, I will be showing size comparisons a little bit later on in the review. Now, articulation wise, he looks up only about that much. So not much at all. You're not going to get a whole lot of looking up out of him. He looks down very well, though. As you guys can see, he can tilt his head downward. He doesn't really get much tilt. You can kind of move the neck around, but you're only going to get about that much out of him. So not a whole lot, which I was expecting that. So yeah, don't expect too much out of the neck. Now the arms, they go up about that much. That's very, very freaking good. No butterfly joint, so this is about as far as you can bring them in when he's punching, so not going to get much out of that. You do have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, as you guys can see. His hands are on a ball peg. You can pretty much move them around however you want. He doesn't have any torso articulation. He just has a waist swivel, and you can crunch him forward a little bit. Not a lot, only about that much, back about that much. So not too much there. That's probably my only issues with these figures, is the fact that they just don't have any diaphragm joints. If they did, I could probably make these work. But as far as the legs go, it's on the drop down leg method. So you pull it down, he kicks forward about that much. He can do the splits about that much, not a whole lot. You do get a built-in thigh swivel, and then you just pop that back up there. Now the knees, I'll say this. You get a swivel right here, which I really like. But the knees are double jointed, but for the most part, you're only going to get about that much out of them just because of the way that the shorts are sculpted. Also, the knees are probably the weakest point about this figure because of how lanky his legs are, and then the fact that there's a swivel built in here. They kind of bend all the time, sometimes making it a bit irritating to get him to stand up straight. It's not a major problem, but it is something to be noticed. You can kind of pull them down. I'm not sure if you guys can see that in there. Let me try to move my light. You can pull them down a little bit and they won't pop out, but I'm not sure if it's meant to do that or what. But yeah, you can pull them down, as you guys can see. Actually, I think it is meant to do that, to kind of help you. It still doesn't get a whole lot of movement, but it is there to be done. So that's pretty interesting. Wow. So technically you can make this figure taller. I'm just noticing that now. But yeah, anyway, you can move his foot down about that much, up about that much. He does have ankle rocker. Now, he doesn't have any toe hinge. So overall, I'd say the articulation's definitely decent, especially for a $20 figure. I haven't picked up an Anime Heroes figure in a while, but I think they're getting better with their articulation. I might be wrong, but I like this. Now, I'm sure you guys already know this, but usually with these figures, you just straight up don't get a whole lot of accessories with these. No effect parts or anything like that. But one thing I do love is that they always give you the necessary pair of hands. Every figure I've seen from them, you get a pair of fist hands, which seems to be too much for some domestic companies, and that really pisses me off when I'm buying an action figure and they come with 2 grab hands, or they come with a fist hand and then a trigger hand. You guys know who I'm talking about. But anyway, you do get a pair of fist hands straight out of the packaging. You get a pair of grappling hands, and this could be for when he's holding something, specifically food, because Luffy is always eating. And then you get another pair of relaxed hands, and this could be from after he activates Gear 2nd, if you wanted to. Whenever he's getting ready to aim his attack. The palms aren't exactly flat enough, but still, they threw these in there. So you just get 2 pair of hands extra. I'm fine with that because I already know they don't include a ton of accessories with these. So it works for me. Moving on to size comparisons, I'm sure you guys can already see where this is going. You do have the SH Figuarts Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, the SH Figuarts, I believe this is the best selection Naruto, or maybe one of my Sage modes, I don't know. And then you do have the Figma first release Deku. As you guys can see, he's taller than all of them. I feel like he should be right around Naruto's height, but at the same time, completely different lines, so what can you expect? Here he is standing next to the Buzz mod Tanjiro. This is not the Figma. That one has not released yet. For those who are ready to say it, the Figma Attack on Titan Season 1, 2, and 3 Eren. And if you're not watching Attack on Titan right now, you're slipping. I'm just letting you know. And then, of course, the Figma Shoyo Hinata from Haikyuu, which is one of my favorite Figmas, period. And lastly, for some extras, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends PS4 Gamerverse Spider-Man, the DC Icons, New 52, I believe, Nightwing, and of course the Mafex or Metacom Toys Far From Home upgraded suit Spider-Man. So keeping it all the way real with you guys, if you're a fan of Luffy and you don't want to spend a crazy amount for an action figure of him, this is probably the best route to go. I got this for $19.99 at GameStop, and everyone knows that they love to up the price by $4 or $5 with everything they get in stock. Now right now, I don't know how long this is going to last, but as of the uploading of this video, GameStop has a 20% sale where you get 20% off all action figures. And so if this is one you're thinking about, it's probably the best time to go pick it up, because we know what the SH Figure Arts and the Variable Action Heroes go for. And the Variable Action Heroes is an amazing figure. The SH Figure Arts is completely outdated, but I mean, that price point, like I said. So this one's cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like this more than I thought I was going to, even though I am not a fan of just about anything put out by this particular line. Usually I never keep these figures. They are just placeholders 95% of the time in just my Dragon Ball collection. This is the first time other than the Naruto line that I've even stepped out, and I sold those Naruto figures so quickly. But yeah, overall he's decent. He's decent. You get what you pay for when it comes to this guy. I feel like the articulation is great. The only issue I have is the diaphragm joint. That's the only thing I dislike about this figure. Everything else, I mean, it's fine. Granted, the face looks a little wonky, but One Piece is a wonky anime, so that's not really something I can say that they went wrong with. One Piece has some of the craziest art designs in all of anime, so I'm fine with this. But yeah, if you guys are thinking about it, definitely go pick them up. I'm assuming these are hitting stores, especially since they dropped here, because I always get stuff last. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this review. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are. Peace.